So obviously disappointed to lose the football game today. We knew coming in, you're playing a top-ranked team and very talented team. So we knew we'd have to play flawlessly, basically, execute and take advantage of any opportunities. Might be there, do a good job in ball security, excel in special teams, and do well in penalties. And really didn't do much, to check any of those boxes, unfortunately. So never gave ourselves much of a chance. Credit to our opponent on that also. So. Defensively, thought the guys played with really good effort, good energy, and came up with some big plays. Obviously, the spark played by Joe right off the bat, but thought they really competed well and did a lot of good things all the way through the game. Just on the field too long, and the hill got a little bit high to climb. Offensively, had protection issues right off the bat in that first quarter, and turnovers are tough to overcome again, no matter who you're playing. So. Weren't able to establish anything consistent, and made a quarterback change at halftime. As I said about that situation earlier, I'm not so sure it's real fair to assess that whole thing right now either, just based on the overall play. But we'll go about that tomorrow. Just thought at that time was the best thing to do for all parties involved. Then special teams, Drew hit the good field goal. Good to see that, but otherwise really didn't do much to help ourselves, especially in the first half. So. Play a team like this, it's going to be tough to come out on top, playing that way. So we'll go back to Iowa, regroup like we do after every football game, reassess things tomorrow, and then we'll turn our focus to the next game. And big picture wise, we got 5 left, 5 on the schedule, and that's our plan. Just like it was a week ago to play these 6 games out. Needless to say, we're not where we want to be right now, but we're going to keep pushing forward, and I'll throw it out for questions. Just a cumulative thing. I just think at that point it was the best thing to do, and but again, it was a tough situation for either quarterback, probably. Like, fair assessment. Mm-hmm. Well, the snap thing. I'm a line coach, so everywhere I worked, they always blame the center, but I blame both guys, and. But that's not, you can't win games, if you can't get the center exchange. I know it was practiced at halftime, those 2 guys. So, and they practice and practice, but, and then the other one, there's nothing you can do there. I mean, nothing Alex can do. So, but again, it was a series of issues today, not just those 2 plays. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Just keep playing. I mean, that's all you can do is keep playing. Mm-hmm. Well, we're not playing well enough, and that's I can't give you an answer. If I had that answer, you probably would have seen something today, And part of the credit goes to our opponent today. They're a really good defensive football team, much improved. I don't want to say much improved statistically, but they're a good defensive football team. So we felt that coming in, watching their tape, and feel that way now after seeing them in person. So, I don't have the answer. We would have scored more points today, and we'll just keep pushing forward and trying to find a better solution. You had success early on keeping that in. Well, I mean, you play so long against. They got a very talented offensive team. I assume you cover them, and you probably notice they got some good players out there. So it's hard to find a weakness, and to keep them short of the end zone. That was a positive, certainly. But it doesn't matter if you can't match the points at some point. And, they're tough to defend. They got 4 really outstanding receivers. They had 1 rejoined today and, 2 outstanding running backs. And just one person's opinion, I think their offensive line's playing at a very high level too. So, and the quarterback's an outstanding player. So it's a tough team to defense against. And thought our guys really competed well. But, just too high of a hill for us. Mike, you had, I'm sorry, Mike. Yeah, I'll come back. Sorry about that. That was part of my plan. Yeah. Yeah.
The defense. I mean, they brought in 3 or 4, 5 defensive players in there, and some man not playing defenders. They're looking forward to the future, etc. But how do you explain to them why you're 3 and 4 when they've played so well?
That's football, and I got in trouble for saying that. What year was that? So let me retract that statement. But that's how football can play out sometimes. And I've got a long history at our school, going back to the '80s as well. And been through all kinds of years where you're really strong in one area, maybe not so strong in another area. That type of deal. So at least here, that's how it works out. And you try to play the hand you're dealt as well as you can, and try to improve in the areas where you're not playing at a high as level as you like. I think the one consistent thing when I was here in the '80s or the last 20 plus years, we've had high caliber guys. So I'm not surprised with the feedback they're giving you, because that's how they are, and they know how hard the guys are working. Everybody's working hard. We all train the same. We all practice the same way, and they know guys are working hard, and I think they support each other. And we're going to just keep pushing forward and see what we can do with this season. That's our plan.
You guys made the change at quarterback today. How do you evaluate whether you should make a change in offensive coordinator?
I'm sorry.
How do you evaluate the idea of maybe you changed quarterback?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have an evaluation in the middle of the year on maybe you need something?
I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, so I answered that question 2 weeks ago. I've never done that in my career. Don't plan on starting right now. Our approach has always been to address what's out there and see what we can do to improve. And it's been pretty consistent for 24 years, almost 24 years now, and that's the plan moving forward. It's been fairly successful.
Is there something that Brian's not been doing that you want him to be doing, or is he doing everything that you're looking for?
Well, nobody does everything perfect. I've never been in that situation. Certainly, you never play perfect. You never coach perfect. But I think we got a good offensive staff. I think we got good leadership, and we're going to keep pushing forward. So.
Was there any improvement in the last 2 weeks?
It depends where you're looking, but it certainly hasn't been in form of consistency. That part. The week two games ago was tough to evaluate, and that team's been playing pretty good defense. They continue to play. So, where I did think we made improvement was against Michigan, 3 games ago, and not quite sure how to quantify it right now, but certainly it's not good enough, and that's really the bottom line. If you can't score points, it's going to be tough to win. Well, I thought both quarterbacks tried to compete and do their best out there, and so we'll look at the tape tomorrow and see what we can do. But Alex, as I've said, has practiced well, and he's totally invested, just like Spencer is. And again, it was a tough situation for him to enter the game. So we'll just take a look at it tomorrow and see what we think. Yep. Yeah, we'll talk about that tomorrow. But again, this is a tough assessment too. Tough opponent, and things weren't going real well. And you're looking up at a score that's a little bit lopsided. That makes it even that much tougher. So, we'll see what the film looks like and go from there. I'll come right back. Okay. Yep. Go ahead. Yep. Sure. Well, again, I'll go back to the thing I said earlier. We have really good people to work with. I think we have good coaches on our staff, and most importantly, good players. And that has been a commonality 30 plus years during my career at our place. So, it starts there, and there's no magic formula. You just keep banging along, and you're never sure when things are going to break through. And I'm standing here right now just thinking about going to Penn State in 2000. I don't think anybody would have called that shot, but that was really the first time we played collectively like a winning football team, winning Big Ten football team. So we didn't do anything magical during that course leading up to that game, other than just try to practice well and try to get better each and every time out there. And I don't think that formula ever changes in sports. I know more football than I do anything else. But so that's a course we'll stay on, and we'll see where it all takes us. Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. I mean, you always worry about players' confidence, and he wasn't the only guy out there today. So that's part of the deal. But he's a resilient guy. He's a mentally tough guy, and that's a big component right now, maybe as big as anything for our football team. We're going to find out how mentally tough we are. to push forward. Because again, we got 5 games in front of us, got all kinds of opportunity. Clearly, we have areas we need to improve in, and to that point earlier, I mean, we never know when that's going to come. We just got to be pushing, working intelligently, and staying focused on improvement. And I'm confident our guys will do that. And I skipped over you. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm not sure what he saw, and we didn't have a discussion. I just know that wasn't part of our plan. And moment of levity, we did the same thing last time we played this opponent in our own stadium, and so maybe it's got something to do playing Ohio State. I don't know, but it was not a sanctioned play. Sure. That part's easy. Yeah, I not only think it's possible, I believe it is possible, and I believe it's going to happen. But yeah, it's up to us to make it happen. So yeah, absolutely, I believe it's possible, and that's our job. That's our goal. That's what you try to do anytime you compete is get yourself in a position where you can go out and be successful. And we weren't able to do it today, but we're going to keep pushing hard. And again, we got quality people, so that's a big component of this whole thing. Yeah, let's talk about that Tuesday. I mean, we'll watch the film like we always do and try to make a smart evaluation.
Why are you willing to change a player's position, put it in the quarterback in the middle of the year, but you would not be willing to evaluate an assistant coach and make a decision?
I think you're talking about 2 separate job descriptions and 2 separate areas of responsibility. I know people do it. I know it's been done. It's been done this year. Again, it's just not my preference. My preference has been to play it out. And there's evidence to show that, it's worked pretty well in the past. So we'll play it out, and then we'll do our assessments and our evaluations when everything's over. And the season's not over. So when the season's over, we'll make an evaluation. I think it's best for our program.
You have one of the least productive offenses.
I've noticed that, yeah.
Everybody's noticed it.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
That you're putting the Iowa football program in a bad spot by having that kind of production on one side of the ball, and it's run by one of your family members.
It's got no bearing on who the person is. All right, it's just a matter of who is coaching our football team. Okay, the guys on our staff are guys I think that have demonstrated success. They're good people, and we're going to keep pushing forward. No, I don't feel like we're doing anything wrong.
When you get to the end of the year, when you make that evaluation, will evaluating Brian be any different than evaluating any other assistant?
We've at least I've tried to treat everybody with consistency on our staff, past and present. Same thing with players. We've had 3 family members play as well in our program, and they got to earn everything they get, just like coaches do.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, everyone.